getting into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he'll get this up to about the 40. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Left side here to Sanders. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. Throwing is Wentz. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Throwing on first is Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 23 yards on the play. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Mike, check. 59. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
The ball carrier.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
At the 14-yard line.
He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Stafford now to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. Looking deep for Gabriel. He's got a man, complete. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 46 yards.
On the play.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Jerry Judy, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. 3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, if you want to run up the middle, they can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now, and that gives the running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary.
This pass complete. Wins to Earl. Out of bounds. In there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. Dashing through the snow. Past the 20.
Another day, another
this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands. Yeah,
still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Here's Sanders throwing on 1st down. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. The Eagles on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wentz going to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
Complete.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And this is caught in the end zone by Jalen Reagor. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Reagor hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are back within a score. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Broncos 14, Eagles 7. Jake Elliott taking off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day. And I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it. And he's giving me the evil eye, folks.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden,
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards. Play action. Stafford. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Complete.
Taylor Gabriel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Broncos 21, Eagles 7. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 41-yard line.
At the 41-yard
now, Wentz again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and
flushed out right. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, it's Wentz. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Wentz to throw again. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Von Miller in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Got a man, it's Arcega-Whiteside. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 17-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2, that was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Shotgun now for Wentz, eluding the pressure right. That's complete, right around the 8. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Eagles first down.
This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Wentz to throw. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Elliott good on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So 6 seconds, all that remains in this first half as the kick is away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
36-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now it's Stafford. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy. And it's second down.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stafford. Again, he targets Jeudy, and this time the catch made. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Makes the score Broncos 36, Eagles 14. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. And down to a knee.
Wentz.
Well, that's one option.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And now they'll take a knee here. And my partner now is speechless, and so am I. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Check 59, Mike is 59, Mike to 59.
And surprisingly, they take a knee. I have no idea why they would take a knee, but they take a knee.
A loss of a yard.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Yeah, Sanders now to return. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 87 yards. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson there on the coverage.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Throwing again at Stafford. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Stafford looks to throw again. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Matthew Stafford does it again. 5 touchdown passes, and the Broncos will extend their lead.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And down to a knee. That's one way to call a play. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
And a curious play call here, to say the least. Thought it might be a trick, but no, he actually goes down to a knee.
Well, this drive's been one to forget. They ended up going backwards on 3rd and long and ended up going to the sidelines with their tail back between their legs, and now they have to punt the ball away.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now Sanders. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10.
Set! Blue 60! I'm coming! Easy, alert! 59 Mike, check!
Stafford on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Judy. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Judy, 48 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
McManus's point after is good, and that will extend this big lead. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. And they take a knee.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Wentz on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
And they will take a knee here.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
On first down, it's Stafford. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. You have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
Mike, check, 59.
And they take a knee.
Wentz on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Wentz on the keeper. A loss of a yard.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. And that will be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Eagles send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off into fourth. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First down, Broncos.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
First down.
And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Denver.
And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record. 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes. Someone delivering it accurately. Offensive line giving them time to throw the ball. A true team record. But he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And they will take a knee here.
Wentz on the keeper.
Check, 59. Bound to lose one. Mike, check, 59. Go!
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. And they take a knee. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It'll wind up being a net of 41. The 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. And he fends him off. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Wentz on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
Come on.
Today's final score.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Broncos, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the season is really nosediving now as they fall to 2-12. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.